Hey, good morning, Eastern Oregon, and welcome to this July 30th version of AM Live on EOA, your connection to Eastern Oregon. We're glad that you are here with us. We've been off for a week or a little bit longer just because of the Shrine football game, and all of the equipment here in the studio is torn down. But we are glad to be back with you here today. If you want to find our content, go to EOA.network. That takes you to a link tree where you can find the locations where everything is distributed. So this morning it's just Doddsy and I hanging out with you a little bit, give you a little bit of a talk a little bit about the Shrine football game and what's been going on in our lives. And so, yeah, glad you're here.
Morning.
Hey, man.
Good morning. Second Monday.
Yeah.
It feels like a second Monday today, too. Yeah. It really does. The week after Shrine is always like, ugh.
Well, no, this is the first Friday, man.
Oh, it is, huh?
Yeah.
Damn. See, that's how bad that's how bad it is for reals. It is first Friday.
Yeah, this is your first Friday.
No, this is not second Monday. That actually just made my day.
Did it?
I'd much rather it be first Friday than second Monday. Yeah, for sure.
You know, I'm sure that's been around for a long time, but I had never heard that until...
I never heard it either. I mean, I just
Did you
started
make it up?
saying it. Yeah. I mean,
Is that a...
I mean, I've heard first. Well, no. Actually, I haven't really heard anybody ever say that.
Did you?
Honestly.
Is it a Doddsy?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it is. First Friday, second Monday. I mean, it kind of makes sense though. You know, Mondays are always and then Tuesdays are just kind of meh. Yeah. And then Thursday you're starting to get a little bit pumped up for Friday.
Coming the weekend.
Yeah. Wednesday just doesn't matter. I mean, it's the hump day, and then Thursday you're like, oh yeah, I think I can make it. And then Friday you're like, yeah, I can probably make it. But Monday you're like, there's no way I'm making it. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, have you recouped?
No, I'm still tired.
Man, I'm just dragging too.
A little bit. It's just a lot of. It's mentally for me. Like it's extremely mentally tiring. Not so much physical. I mean, I'm moving a lot in like taking pictures, whatever. But the mental side of it, just stressing and making sure everything's good. There's a lot of moving pieces that all have to come together, and there's different. There's all of us involved trying to make this one, thing happen.
Yeah.
But I'm happy with the outcome.
Yeah. No, and I mean, you and Bennett are going that whole week before.
Yeah, pretty much.
That whole week, the whole week of the game. You guys are.
Well, even before that.
Right.
I mean, I'd say like the whole month before. I'm on the phone with people, trying to line things up, make sure that we don't miss anything, trying to keep the different entities of the Shriners happy, basically. And it's just there's just a lot to it. It's like the same thing for you doing the tech stuff. You're thinking about how we got to get this.
For me, it's like super mental. I mean, we didn't change our tech a lot this year. I mean, there were a couple of things that we improved, but the major pieces were still the same. But there are so many little systems, and they're all connected together. And one connection that's not complete
messes the whole thing.
Really mess stuff up. Yeah. It's funny, especially, I mean, I talk about this a lot, but especially in the comms part of it. I mean, the video can look good. We can hear you guys and the announcer and all of that and stuff. But if we can't talk to you, or you can't talk to us,
that's a
or I can't talk to Evan can't talk to the camera operator. I mean, that behind the scenes stuff just becomes an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, and we do a lot of like adjusting on the fly.
Yeah. Right.
Like, there's no doubt, because my monitor was bad this year.
Yeah.
And so we can't see the field from where we're at. We see about half of the field with the way our tables are. So it was a lot of like peeking, looking at Will's monitor a lot. But I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. We made it work.
Did his monitor blink out the same time yours did?
No. That was the weird part. So his was only doing it intermittently. Mine was like 3 seconds off, a second or two on. And then it would boop, 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 3 seconds off, a second on, and then every once in a while I'd catch a good, like 10, 15 seconds.
Yeah.
But no, it was different time, which is really weird. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just a faulty, that the cable that screws on the back, or I don't know. I don't know that stuff well enough to.
Yeah.
But it worked. I mean, we made it work. It was good.
Well, let me show you a little, while we're talking about the tech setup and let me show you a little video that I just threw together real quick. Just kind of gives us a little overview.
Drops back, is going to actually hand it off. It's
Yeah, in that last crew picture, there was one of our camera guys had to take off just as soon as the game was done, but that was the crew that made it happen. So, yeah.
And how many originals are there? Benny, pull that picture back up.
I don't know if you can or not. It's in the video.
Can you pull that picture back up just at the end, Benny?
There we go. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I could probably think in my mind.
Yeah.
William.
So
me, you.
let me I have it here on the
William, me, you,
2,
Bennett.
3.
Is that it?
4.
Tanya.
5. 6.
Yeah. Who's 6?
So William.
Yep.
Me, Tanya.
Yep.
Benny.
Me.
You. Lee Wright.
Oh yeah, Lee's been there since the very beginning. So there's a little under half the crew.
Yeah.
So if you think about that, people, like this is a lot of moving pieces, and these people don't regularly do this job, right? So it's like, okay, we're going to take you for one day a year, and you're going to do this job. And for it to come out as well as it does, it's pretty impressive.
Well,
actually.
and this is not what they do for a living.
No.
I mean,
maybe Evan a little bit.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
they're all super. They're all really. I mean, I tell you,
it's what Lee does for a living.
Yeah, right. But I got to do, kudos for the 3 main guys other than me in the trailer, Gabe and Evan, who is the game camera, the director, and then Blake has been just an amazing addition, And both Evan and Blake are really heavy IT guys.
Yeah, they're extremely.
Yeah, and so, man, we had last year on the Friday before, we had a tech issue, and I mean, we had an internet problem, and that was the whole reason we were going over on Friday, was to find out. And I mean, they problem solved it. I mean, it probably took 2 or 3 hours. Come to find out, it was a bad switch. Now, if you're in the tech world, a bad switch is like having a bad power strip. You would never expect that one outlet would work and another one wouldn't, and so it was just super hard to find. But
and the other thing, William carries that game.
Right. Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
He makes it so easy.
He's just such a natural.
Yeah, it just makes my job so easy.
I mean,
all I got to do is do the reads, add a little bit, and then I can think about other things and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just rolls in.
Yeah.
And the other thing, I know William, this is just part of who he is, but I mean, after the game, he works his tail off.
It's because he wants to go home.
Yeah.
He's like me, let's get this done and let's get the out of here.
Yeah, but a lot of talent people are like, nah, that's not my job, you know.
Right.
And he was
He
all
kills
in.
it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just going to address this on camera right now. So there was people upset that we cut away from the co-captains. So the Queens talked. We were live on the field, and we cut away from the co-captains, and that was an absolute necessity just for people to know that we were in crunch time. We had about like 15 minutes until kickoff, and we had 11 minutes of video that we had to get in, the cheerleader introductions and the player introductions and the national anthem still. So what we did was we cut away, we went to the player introductions, and we came back and we aired, and I didn't even know that we aired this. I thought we didn't air it, so I felt even worse. But we aired the intro, the interviews with both of the co-captains later, and now they're posted on our social media. So sorry for that. I mean, it was just one of those things. It had to happen, and we weren't cutting anybody out on purpose. We had 15 minutes to get 11 minutes worth of video and the national anthem in.
Yeah, and you weren't. I mean, I was talking on the radio with the house announcer and Mike on the field, and I mean, boy, there was a lot of conversation of how to get I think they ended up putting 10 minutes on the clock in order to accommodate.
Well, what they've told me at the meeting, that next year there's going to be a script, pregame script, with times, and I pretty much insisted on that. Like, hey, we got to have something that goes to everybody, and that's just how. I mean, even just regular old high school games, they have those. Yeah. Like especially if it's like a special event or something, they hand the house announcer a script, they hand us a script, you know what I mean? So it's like, it'll be better in years. By far the best year for us, though, I think, when it comes to like smoothness and just, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah. No. So, well, hey, you want to do sports?
Let's do it.
All right.
AM Sports Report brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress. Step into the world of Flex Steel and create furniture that's uniquely yours. From hand-picked fabrics to tailored designs, each piece is crafted to fit your lifestyle. Start your journey at Northwest Furniture and Mattress now. Best prices and selection in Eastern Oregon. Shop around and find out. Like we were saying, Shrine Game's done. Bennett put together a B-roll video. Well, we call it B-roll. I think it's main roll when you look at it. But it's of the week. And we actually played this at halftime. And we have it posted on our social media. But it's so good, I think we should just play it right now, too. Benny, fire it off.
We have about 10 minutes left at halftime. And one of the things we like to do is kind of show you the week with the players and with the cheerleaders and just kind of what goes on. So we're going to take a look at that, and I'm going to talk you guys through it as we go. The players first get there on Sunday, almost a week ago, and this year they were talked to by a Shrine patient. It's part of the process. Some years they show a video. Some years they bring in a patient. This year they got to hear I can't remember her name, and she was a queen last year. That's terrible. But a Shrine patient, and then they hand out the jerseys to all the players, and as you'll see here, this is going to run through pretty much all the players in the game again, and this is right when they get there. This is part of the initiation process, as you want to call it. They get their dorm rooms, and then they get to come and meet their coaches, and they get to meet everybody that's involved with that part of the game. They sign the footballs that you just saw autographed out there on the field. You saw LeGrand's Riley Krantz there, all the players, they signed the helmet, and then the next day at lunch, we go up and we talk to the coaches, and I took EOU head football coach Solo Taylor in, and he talked to the coaches. Solo also took all the players on the tour of all the facilities, which EOU has some great facilities.
Yes, they
and then
do.
This is this is them at lunch. This is EOU providing them with their cafeteria for lunches, and it's just there, as you saw right there, that was Solo and Kent and I talking football. And these guys, I mean, they got pizza on the first day, salad, burgers, you know, they get well fed while they're there for sure, right? Like it's not a bad deal, and it's a good time for the players to kind of mingle, because half of the lunch is with the other team too, because they don't do a lot of mingling during the week. Like it's more East guys are kind of with the East guys, West guys are kind of with the West guys. This is a practice, and they actually got to practice. What field are they on? Look at that, Willie Mack.
Oh, yeah, community stadium.
They got to practice on the stadium this year, which is not normal.
Yeah.
I mean, in the camp era, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And as you can see, it was a little smoky, you know, and that's one of the things they battled all week was the smoke and just trying to decide whether or not how long kids were going to be outside. And they did a great job. The coaches kept everything really wrangled and like I said, did a great job of making sure that these guys were safe. The practices were hot, and they kept them pretty short. They're in their shorts here, not full pads, just shoulder pads and helmets, and it ends up being a really cool thing. We go out there for one practice usually, and that just happened to be the East team. You see Baker there, Connor Martin, and then this is something new. This started last year. The pool in LeGrand opens up for an hour for each team, and it's a donation. They let the players come down for an hour to play around in the water, essentially.
Yeah,
it was extremely hot and muggy in there, let me tell you. As you can imagine, there's not a lot of circulation. It's really hot outside, but the players love it. I mean, you wouldn't think this is a bunch of 18-year-old dudes, right? Like you see, as you can see, they're having a blast, and it's as simple as a little community pool. There was a little girl, and you'll see it here in a second. She was doing her test to be able to go into the deep end, and all the players right here lined up, and there she is right there in the corner, and they're cheering her on. That's just a random little girl. They also got to go to Brickyard Lanes in LeGrand, which was all donated. They donated an hour and a half to each team of free bowling and shoes, so shout out to them. Then we come over on Thursday this is the choreography day at Baker High School for the cheerleaders, and they're in a hot, unair-conditioned gym right here just working their tails off.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it is absolutely awesome, dude.
Yeah, they do a lot of great things.
It's cool to watch. They work their butts off, and this was, I mean, I'm not going to say the best. This was the best group of cheerleaders so far. They got through their interviews so fast, and they were just absolutely wonderful. Megan does a great job with that. She's the OCCA chair, and she's in charge of putting these teams together. And these girls come from all over the state, just like the boys, and they come here as all-stars, and they showed up this year, and they showed you at halftime what they can do, and they gave away tickets. They went live with me twice on EOA Live.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was cool. And then the boys on Thursday, they get to go around town right in historic Baker City where we're at right now.
Beautiful downtown.
And they get to check out their the windows. Businesses pick players. And as you can see, Riley Krantz right there, and they decorate their windows with the players' pictures. And I mean, the place that they wanted to go to the most was the thrift store and the ice cream shop.
Hey, thrift stores are the best stores.
Yeah, I mean, they spent, as you can see right here, the ice cream spot is like the highlight of the trip for these guys.
Oh,
They all, and we also hit the museum here in town, and this is the first time we filmed in there. And
okay, wow.
It's a museum all about Baker. I'd never been in there before, and it was actually really interesting, really cool. They get to see a little piece of the town, the history of the town where the game is, and then they get to come see the football field. A lot of them had never seen it before then.
Yeah.
That night we go to Geyser Pullman Park, and there's a first time the players get to meet the cheerleaders.
Oh, okay.
Is on Thursday night. Unless they know them from before, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But these guys all helped the catering company, and the catering was top notch once again. The best tri-tip I've ever had in my life.
Ooh, you'll
see it right
folks.
here. Look when he cuts that. I mean, it's just It was mouth-watering. The players have a great dinner. The Shriners all talk to them. You know, they talk a lot about why they're there, and it's just a great experience for the players and the cheerleaders and Shriners to mingle. As you saw during tug of war, the rope broke. Yeah, so and the East had more of the rope, so they ended up winning. And this is probably my second favorite part is that barbecue. Then this morning we get up, we go to breakfast in the park. The Cattlewomen's Association does a steak breakfast for $12. We got to meet Spot, the 1,200-pound steer. He's, a phenomenal animal. Ella Wild from Baker. She graduated this year, and she'll be going to EOU to study elementary ed. We got some free jerky from the Cattlewomen's Association, and we just kind of hung out at the park and shot a little bit of B-roll, and then it all culminates. The last thing before the game is the parade. You see the Queens here. You see the Spot again. Spot was the star of that. And all the Shriners, they go out and they just, it's a great thing. It's a great time, and Baker City proudly supports it. And that's why it stays here in this town.
Yeah, awesome video, Benny. That was that week. It went by so fast, man. It just flies. There's also interviews with the Queens, the co-captains, Kent Relatos, and Jake Tolan, one of the West coaches, up on our social media right now. So check it out. We'll kind of, we'll have one more post really, and that'll be the highlight reel of the game that Bennett does every year, and then Shrine's over. Baseball season's over for the Legends and for the 14U Juniors Little League team. The Juniors team lost in the regional tournament after winning districts and state, but they had a great season. Great job, guys. And these guys will be Tigers next year, as most of them are going to be freshmen in high school. So that's super exciting. EOU volleyball heads to Lebanon, Tennessee, in 2 weeks to kick off their season versus Columbia International University. They have like 4 games in Lebanon, Tennessee. It's going to be another great year for Khaki and the ladies. Senior Brooke Womack, Kate Stidham, Brooklyn Willard, and Miley Mills will lead the Mounties as they try to bring home a red banner. I cannot believe Miley is a senior. She was on my show as a freshman, and these 4 years have just flown by. She's one of my favorite. Her energy on the court and just she's easy to like. EOU football kicks off on Saturday, August 29th at 6 p.m. versus C of I up at Community Stadium. The only night game of the year. Night game. It starts at 6. It'll most likely still be a little bit light out when the game gets over. But the new head coach Solo Taylor and the revamped coaching squad will look to make some noise in the Frontier. I should be having Solo and both the offensive and defensive coordinator in studio this next week for interviews. The LHS girls soccer alumni game is Wednesday the 5th at 6 p.m. at the middle school. So if you don't have anything going on, go watch some of the old ladies play the current Tigers. It'll be a good time. High school football is just around the corner as well, and we will once again be streaming LeGrand, Baker, and Pendleton home games on the EOA Live Network. LeGrand opens at home versus Redmond on August 28th at 6 p.m. So LeGrand has 2 6 p.m. games this year at home. And then Baker's first home game is the next week, September 4th, Friday at 7 p.m. And then Pendleton's is opening on August 28th as well, as they welcome Scappoose to town at 7 p.m. AM Sports Report brought to you by Northwest Furniture and Mattress in LeGrand, Big Red Rocking Chair on Elm, off Adams.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
let me check just to make sure. I'll make a post of the schedules, but those games might be Friday. I think the 28th is Friday, and I just made a little error on my.
You want to look at it? That's the printout.
Yeah, I know, but I think I put it wrong on
did
there.
you? Okay.
I may have put it wrong on there.
Yeah. So
They are Friday. So
Okay.
correct that. The 28th is Friday, and it is right on there. So I don't know why I was thinking. But there is 2 LeGrand home games on Thursday this year.
all right, man. And Benny, you did a great job on the B-roll. That was just that was really good.
Yep.
I mean, we've done all of those things as separate videos, and sometimes we haven't had a chance to get them worked into the game or whatever it is. Right. But never really done a synopsis of the whole week like that.
You can thank me for that.
Thank you. No, I did. And because
I was like, dude, we got to figure out a way
Yeah.
to get all this together. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we,
Well, and honestly, I just don't know. I am so busy, knee deep, and I mean, you guys are doing that thing.
I like it like that a lot better.
Yeah,
Like
I do
just
too. 'Cause
ran
you got
together quick.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, because you have a synopsis of just
And we just happened to have time at halftime to
Yeah.
voice over, and we didn't know. That's the crazy thing about live TV. You never know what you're going to be able to get it, because who knows? You could have a tech difficulty. You could have something happen on the field. You could have the Queens talk for, way too long.
Yeah.
Or, anything can happen. So it's like, okay, now we move to this. It's almost like you have to have a backup plan for a backup plan.
You do, yeah. And there's, yeah, and I tell you, one of the biggest challenges, and the first couple of years we didn't have it dialed in, but we would be in the middle of a video and they would start the national anthem on the field, and so then it would be like, yeah, so then every time now I hand a radio to the guy who's managing the stuff on the field, like, do not do the national anthem until I tell you that we're clear. Not that they have to have my permission, but it's like,
No,
we just don't want to, I mean, that's the one thing that we want to get right is the national anthem on the field. And so what was happening, you don't know what this happened, but initially they were going to do the national anthem and then the player introductions. And so then because of everything that was happening, they decided to do the player introductions and then the national anthem. Yeah. And so those are just some of the things. And then adding time to the clock. Those are just some of the things. Because I was telling you guys on the intercom, this is what's happening. And you're like, there's not going to be enough time. Can you see the clock? I don't know.
And then that's when they
that's when they added time. Yeah.
Oh,
So
what a mess.
anyhow, it was a little bit of chaos. So once we got to the actual game,
We were good.
the kickoff, then it was like, okay, now it's routine.
Yeah, the two most stressful parts are that hour before the game and halftime.
Yeah, because it's on the fly.
Yeah, but during the game you're on the field unless it's a timeout.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that simple.
Yeah. Yep. So anyhow, and really appreciate the officials. They had a pretty good. I mean,
They did really well.
They did well, and toward the end of the game, things got a little spicy.
It was a rough game to be an official, for sure. You don't ever want to have to throw anybody out, first off. And then just the chippiness, and they did a really good job of trying to nip it in the bud. I mean, you can't control people, obviously, but they called the penalties that needed to be called to try to keep the game under control, and they did a good job of it.
Yep. So, well, all right. Well, let's take a look outside. Look at the weather. I mean, that's the other thing that's been going on is like all the smoke and.
Yeah, if you want to get out of the smoke in LeGrand, Pendleton is much nicer.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smoke-wise, for sure.
I guess you're kind of over the hill.
Yeah, you get out of the valley. The valley.
Was it
getting
warmer
held
over there,
down.
though?
No, it was actually cool. It was
Really?
fairly. It was nice. It was really nice over there yesterday.
All right. Well, let's look at that weather graphic, man. So, man, it was cool this morning.
Look at all those zeros for precipitation.
92, 99, 99 tomorrow. So it's going to be.
Yeah, the day that I want to go shoot pictures at the fair, it's 99. Perfect.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yep. Union County Fair is this weekend. So be sure and take that in.
Started yesterday.
Yeah. Did they get the bathrooms done? Do you know?
I have no idea. I guess I'm going to find out tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, all right. Well, I'm trying to think what else we got going here.
I got nothing else.
I guess you can pray for the firefighters around us.
Yeah, there's a lot of fires.
Yeah, I mean, there's the one out there. I guess there's one like 10 or 15 miles from Elgin up there on the hill.
There's one on Tollgate.
Yeah, that's the one.
There's one there. Well, obviously Anthony Lakes, and the other one that's up there. And
Yeah.
I heard that there's like over 150 fires in Oregon.
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Tanya has this app where you can track fires, you know.
Yeah.
And when you zoom out, you know, part of it is because the icons are big, but when you zoom in, it looks like the whole state of Oregon is just on fire, you know, which is, you know, a lot.
That tollgate fire though is like burned down like 16 houses or something.
Oh, really? I haven't.
Thousands of acres of unharvested wheat, which might be better for the farmers because wheat is not worth very much right now.
Unharvested
And they
wheat?
could probably
Really?
they can probably get fire. They probably have fire insurance.
Can you
I would
just
imagine.
imagine how fast wheat would burn? I
Oh
mean,
yeah, dry. Yeah, just so fast.
yeah.
So I was talking to this lady at the pool. Her husband drives bus for Pilot Rock, and she said that she has a cabin up on Tollgate, and they had to obviously evacuate everything. But she said that a lot of people, because those cabins where her cabin is at are old, and you know what I mean. A lot of people didn't even go up there. They just left the you know, because they didn't have anything of any value in there. But she said that the fire was moving so fast that within 40 minutes of being told to evacuate, the fire was there, which that's crazy. So the best thing to do, and we came to this conclusion, is don't pay attention to the internet when the fire's close to you. When the fire's pretty close to you, turn the scanner on. You're better off.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because the internet does take a little bit of time for things to travel.
Right.
The scanner, you'll hear it right, you know,
Right.
as soon as anybody knows about it, really.
Yeah. So 40 minutes they had to leave, and by that time the fire
was there 40 minutes after the evacuation call.
Wow. Yeah, that's super scary.
Yeah.
Because that's you know, I mean, people cannot hear the warning. I mean, that's how people die.
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
Yeah. Well, that's awful.
Or those people that are like trying to get everything out. Like you know, your Pendleton blanket isn't near as important as
Your life.
Your life.
Yeah.
I hate to say it.
Yeah.
But like, there's things that you know, even if they burn, you're not gonna die.
Right. Yeah.
You can't even pay attention to it if you're not alive. So what's the point? You know.
Yeah.
It's like get living things out first. I would say, right?
Yeah.
Your animals and whatever, and then after that, so be it. You know, if you lose some stuff, it is what it is. That's how I feel.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, you want to get us out of here?
Let's do it. On this day, July 30th, 1863, President Abraham Lincoln issues the eye for an eye order. And this was an order to shoot a rebel prisoner for every black prisoner shot. 1928, George Eastman shows the first amateur color motion picture to guests at his New York house, including Thomas Edison. 1948, professional wrestling premieres on U.S. primetime TV, and it was on the Dumont television network. And then 2025, high-resolution images reveal intricate tattoos on a 2,500-year-old female Siberian ice mummy. So 2,500 years ago, they were tattooing each other. That's crazy. You know, that's crazy to think of. The number one song in America on this day in 1986, which is 40 years ago, Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel. And the quote of the day comes from Mother Teresa. Life is a game. Play it. One more time. Life is a game. Play it.
All right. Hey, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate your support, and we'll see you Tuesday.